NOLA Gent here, and in this episode, The Varsity in Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah!
Welcome to NOLA Gent. Let the good times roll. The Varsity is an Atlanta institution that has grown to 7 locations across Georgia, with 2 of those being in the airport, and the original location here being in Atlanta, right next to Georgia Tech. The Varsity opened in 1928 with its target audience of the Georgia Tech students, and it's known as the largest drive-in in the world, and it's supposedly the largest fast food restaurant in the world, and it covers 2 blocks. Here at the original location in Atlanta, it can hold 600 cars and 800 people. During this COVID-19 situation, it didn't look like the drive-in portion was open, and they've only recently opened up the inside. There's multiple entrances, and this is the main entrance in the very front of the building. So as we walk inside and look around, it's a maze of different rooms and dining room areas. And they have social distancing going on inside here, so some of the spaces are closed off and some are open, and the ones that are open have tables blocked off to ensure that distancing is happening. So things are certainly operating differently than normal during the pandemic times here. There's another door entrance here on the side where you can also park. This place is so huge they have their own parking garage, and we'll look at the parking garage entrance into this building here later after we get an order in, because I'm getting hungry and it's time to get in here and try this out. Now, I've had the Varsity one time before in one of the 2 airport locations they have, but this is my first time eating here at the original. So I'm really excited to check out this classic place, as it's got a lot of history behind it and it's on the walls, as we can see. Everywhere in this area has a lot of great history and a lot of interesting things have happened here. So even during the current pandemic situation, there's a lot of fascinating stuff to see and learn here. Unfortunately, the ice cream area was not open and was closed due to the pandemic. There's not even any ice cream in there. So that was a little bit of a sad letdown. This is also their gift store, and they even sell their chili in a can out of here. But you can still buy the chili out of a can up at the counter. And here we are at the order section. The line was pretty long and slow moving, as they had reduced staff working in the front, and they also had plastic barriers between the staff and the customers, so it was kind of hard to hear them when they would call you to come up to place your order, and that created a little bit of communication issues with getting your order in. But they have updated all of their order screens to computerized ones, so they do rotate. So you kind of have to pay attention as these order screens change quickly. You can buy a t-shirt up here as well. So when you finally get to put your order in, they get it out to you really fast, and then we're off to find a seat. So there are some dining rooms in the other direction, but the majority of the seating areas are to the right of the order counter. So we're walking up here to the section right here that has some seating areas, and to the left right there where that Varsity V is, leads down into the parking garage. And we'll look at that a little bit later. And then as we walk up on these stairs here, they call this area the bridge. This seating area got the name of the bridge, as it is a raised area that crosses over where you go in and out for the parking garage that they have here. And you can see they have a lot of the seats taped off to maintain the social distancing requirements of the pandemic. And we're just going to keep wandering back here over the bridge and go back to another one of their large dining rooms they have to the rear over here. So we're going to make the turn, and here's another big dining room, and you see there's still a lot of seating area being taped off for the social distancing. And I see a nice booth right over here I'm going to go slide into and begin my feasting. I'm excited to sample some food as I'm hungry. It's time to get a little nutrition in me. All right, it's Time to dig in here. Let's see, they put it in a nice box and it's easy to carry. And let's begin to see what's inside and start our feast. So, as I open the box, I've got some delicious looking onion rings. I got a double chili cheeseburger and one of their apple pies right here. So this burger has a hefty weight to it. It looks like they got the cheese a little off center there though. The chili cheeseburger does smell fantastic. So let's give it a taste. It is a good tasting burger. The chili is definitely not the best chili I've ever had, but at least it doesn't have beans in it, so that makes it better. It's a decent chili cheeseburger. It's not the best burger I've ever had, but it's definitely not the worst. It's definitely a fast food burger and not a gourmet burger. But they have a good combination of flavors here. It is maintaining structural cohesion very well, so that's always a good thing. I do hate it when my burger and bun and everything falls apart. It's not easy to eat when it does that. This burger is holding together very well and is very easy to eat. So that does give it some bonus points. So easy to eat is always nice. Okay, I think I'm going to be able to polish this off now pretty quickly. So this is going down easily. The flavors are all nice. They go together quite well. So it's a decent chili cheeseburger for fast food. It will do the trick. One more bite and there it goes. So, give a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video so far, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button too. But now, these onion rings look fantastic. I really like the way the batter looks. Crunch is fantastic, and the batter stays on perfectly. These are above average onion rings. These are fantastic onion rings. So, fast food, any kind of food, these are good onion rings across the board. So I rank these onion rings quite highly. Very nice. Well done, Varsity, for the onion rings. This is the best thing I think I've eaten here. Beautiful, perfectly fried onion rings. Unfortunately, they are so hard to find, apparently, because so many places make onion rings where the batter just falls off and you're stuck with onions with pieces of batter everywhere. Just listen to the fantastic crunch. The absolute perfect level of crispness. Oh, I love that crunch. These are so good. These are some of the most perfectly fried onion rings I've had in quite a while. Ooh, I'm getting a little sad though. I've almost polished them all off. These things are amazing. You definitely want to try these whenever you're at the Varsity. Listen to this. It's a little bit of a tragedy now. I'm down to the last one. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this to the last bite. Okay, let's see how their apple pie is. I'm really curious. What's this gonna be like? So it looks like a typical fruit turnover. There's no sugar or other seasoning on the outside. So the taste is actually way more tame than I thought it would be. It just basically is kind of a very simple apple pie flavor. No cinnamon flavors, or even, it's not even all that sweet really. It's very plain Jane. So I would say the apple pie at McDonald's, for example, has a lot more cinnamon flavor going on and a lot more sweetness to it than this. So if you like your apple pies kind of simple and basic, you should like this. Whereas if you prefer kind of the McDonald's style with a lot of cinnamon and sugary flavor, this might not be your thing because it's a pretty plain, basic, simple thing. So hey, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. So you know what you're getting into now with this. But bam, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you like that and smash that subscribe button. So I've completed my first meal in the original Varsity, and it was a good experience, especially for fast food during COVID-19 time. So it's an interesting place. It's definitely worth a visit to check out at least once in your life. And here's the stairway that leads down to the parking garage area. And then they also have a Georgia Tech football player right here. So the Varsity is a really interesting, classic fast food joint. So if you find yourself in Atlanta, Georgia, you definitely should stop in and check this place out.
Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you would just click on the little circle here with a picture of my head in there and subscribe to the NOLA Gent channel, it would really help me a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you.